Kandy Sports Club.
There you go, the Cup Semifinal, two big teams matching up against each other. Havelock Sports Club, Mithun Hapagoda, Nirushan Fernando, Sandun Herat, Lasindu Karnatalika, Randy Silva, Rukmal Fernando, Navin Henakankanamge, Vimukti Rahula, Kavidu Keshan, Dino Kamarasingh, and for we try and run through the Kandy lineup as well as Kandy kickoff. Surya Bandara, the man taking charge of kicking things off, and straight away comes into the act Mithun Hapagoda. Havis are going to be a difficult team for Kandy to handle because they've shown a great impulse. Havelocks. Kandy trying to spoil that ball, but well secured by the Park Club. Havelocks will be looking to open up. Lasindu Karnatalika putting the ball to boot. We don't see much of that normally in the game of sevens.
Hi.
There you go, Surya Bandara. Very good work by securing that, but Havi is guilty of going for a high tackle.
Yeah, that's right. Lasindu just trying to change things around, kicking the ball ahead. It was a good chase, but unfortunately the tackle not deemed to be legal. It's going to be a really interesting matchup between these two sides. Kandy, very experienced outfit. Havelocks, on the other hand, brimming with exciting youth. Both teams will no doubt bring different dimensions to this semi-final. As Kandy just take the short tap, spreading the ball right down. He's trying to create something. So far, Havelock's defensive line holding their systems very well. But on that occasion, Navin Hinakankamne deemed not to have been rolling off. So Kandy just taking the quick tap, spreading it around. Surya Bandara. Great to see him back again on the rugby field. Taking the ball. Kavindu Pereira. Off to Lavanga Pereira. Manages to stay on his feet. Attempted turnover by Sandun Herat, but ruck formed Seda Shah Jamaldin. So another opportunity for Kandy to take another quick tap. Danushka Ranjan with ball in hand. One-on-one, but no stopping him from that position. He goes over for Kandy's first try and comfortably goes under the post to get first blood for Kandy Sports Club.
Brilliant try by Danushka Ranjan, announcing himself in this semi-final one-on-one. It was always going to be difficult, but Lasindu Karnatalika, all credit to him. He did give a really good effort in trying to stop Danushka Ranjan, but very simple, isn't it, Abdullah? Just a couple of hits and then hands-on, use the width of the field and use the backs who have plenty of speeds on the quarters.
That's right. That's not the kind of position any defender will want to be one-on-one with Danushka Ranjan, isn't it? But also another quick word. It's great to see Srinath Surya Bandara back on the rugby field, isn't it? Sudarshana suffered a horrific injury in the last year's Asian 7 series. Was out for a long time, and it's just great to see him back on the field.
Oh, absolutely. Surya Bandara, the little magician, they call him. Very popular around the Asian 7 circuit per se. Mithun Hapagoda still on air. Did very well, Karnatalika, to keep him on air and avoid the defender getting to Hapagoda. Now Havis trying to open things up. Nirushan Fernando sending the ball out. Knocked back, says the referee, so play on. Lasindu Karnatalika going through the middle. Beautiful tackle by Kavindu Pereira. Kandy's latest recruit. Kandy's most high-profile recruit this season. Former CRNFC skipper have crossed over to his hometown. And Kavindu Pereira, we all know him for his speed, but Abdullah, he's been one of those players whose defensive technique has been beautiful to watch.
Yeah, that's right, and no doubt the time he spent in the outside center position playing for CR, that he has also would have helped him develop his defensive skills. But big loss for CRNFC going back to Kandy Sports Club.
Kandy very happy to use the depth, and here's Kavindu Pereira putting the foot on the pedal, but Havis managing to hold on to him.
No ruck play on.
Ball available. Nobody was there to back him up. Now Havelock Sports Club trying to create something of this. Now in Hena Kankanamge brought down. Karnatilaka now has been everywhere. Charging up was Lavanga Pereira in the number 10 jersey. Referee Jamaldin wants to have a word, and that'll be a yellow card. Out goes Danush Dayan. So Kandy now reduced to 6. This definitely will help Havelocks to try and get a numerical advantage. And in this game of 7s, one man extra will really help you. Karnataka yet again putting the ball to boot. A beautiful bounce, but unfortunately a little overcooked run. Very unfortunate for the newcomer Singh. He has long limbs, but missed out on that bounce.
Yes, well, Havelocks have got their opportunities, but so far haven't been able to make use of it. They've got to just ensure that whenever they do have possession, they make maximum use of it, because this Kandy outfit, vastly experienced with a lot of quality.
Okay.
They're very savvy in how they go about their work. So Havelock Sports Club will need to make maximum use of whatever ball they do have. So far, they haven't been very accurate in terms of their execution.
Crouch. But
Absolutely, Abdullah, because especially given the fact that when it comes to Kandy, you won't get many opportunities, and whatever you do, it's very important that you try and make them points. Here's Surya Bandara opting to go to the short side. Pereira, the man given the task of being the ball carrier, is guilty of illegally. Oh, beautiful, just beautiful. Paced his run beautifully. Surya Bandara is back in the 7th circuit. Lovely try, Abdullah. You spoke about how important Surya Bandara is, but he paced his run beautifully there.
That's right, and just his, how shall I put it, his instincts just to identify that the Havelock's defense were on their heels. They didn't expect him to take the quick tap, and that's exactly what he did. So that's experience and quality for you. And definitely, it's just wonderful to see him back on the rugby field. Let's hope that he has not lost any of that magic. And it'll be great to see him back in Sri Lanka colours soon as well. We'll have a big part to play in the Asian 7 series again.
Oh, absolutely. He will be a very important component. Nigel's conversion just outside the high rise. Here's what happened. Quick tap taken. Had no inclination that he was going to take a tap. And look at him pacing himself. Beautiful run by Surya Bandara. Didn't try to outrun his defender, but kept abreast of the defender and charges through the final few meters. Beautiful stuff. Kandy Sports Club managing to win their own restart. Now the skipper Ratwate offloads to Tilna Vijay Singh. Kandy very happy to use the width of the field. Coming to Pereira. Oh, beautiful step. And right through the middle. Lovely stuff by Kandy's latest recruit, and he gets on the score sheet.
Yes, quality all around, isn't it? Just no let up wherever the ball goes on the field, whenever Kandy do have possession. And Kavindu just shows what wonderful footwork he has. Standing, and just his acceleration of a standing start is just a sight to behold. Once he does get going, it's very, very hard to stop. So Kandy, with that try, it will be lemons after this conversion. Tilna Vijay Singh makes no mistake, and it's 19 points to nil. Kandy off to a comfortable lead.
Comfortable lead it is, and like we discussed earlier, Havelock Sports Club did have a couple of chances, but failed to convert it into points. So at half time, Kandy leads 19 points to nil, having taken use of every opportunity that came their way, and this is how it happened.
250යි 300යි.
ඔක්කොම එකට ගන්න නම් වාසියක් නැද්ද? කොහෙදේම තියෙන්නේ.
ඔය තියෙන්නේ
ICC Cricket World Cup 2019 සජීවීව නරඹන්න. Dialog Television වෙතින් Star Sports Channel 6ම එකට. දැන් රුපියල් 149කට ලබා ගන්න. සිංගප්පූරු සවාරියක් දිනා ගැනීමටත් අවස්ථාවක් හිමි කරගන්න. ඇක්ටිවේට් කිරීමට ඔන් හිස්තැනක්. ඔබේ Dialog Television ගිණුම් අංකය හිස්තැනක් 2019 ලෙස ටයිප් කර 077 679 679ට SMS කරන්න.
Welcome back. 19 points to nil. Kandy is in the lead after the first half of this Cup Semifinal.
So Havelock Sports Club with everything to do in this second half. You just got to ensure to try and get hold of some position and make it count. That's basically what let them down, and whenever they turned position over, Kandy were very quick to capitalize on it. They got to get the ball into the hands of guys like Dinu Kamarasinghe, who can create something for them. They just haven't been able to do that thus far. So the ball goes into touch. Kandy take the quick throw in. Ball goes right down to Vijay Singha, who passes on to Kavindu Pereira. Uses speed to try and go right round. And he wards off the relatively poor Havelock's defense to go over for another try. Really got to question the defensive effort of Havelock's, especially by Fernando on that occasion. He had the touchline to his benefit as well to use, which he did not. And with the kickoff virtually, Kandy further extend this lead. And it's ominous signs from here on for Havelock's Sudarshana.
Absolutely beautiful try by Kavindu Pereira using his speed. And I think will be sent to the bench to take a breather. He's done enough for his new team in this first half of the semi-final. Kandy will surely want to preserve him for the big dance. Here's what happened. First face ball. Send it out. And yes, Abdullah, I do believe that Havelock's in defensive aspect was very poor. They could have used the touchline as the extra defender and try and close Kavindu up. And it's never easy trying to chase a winger, isn't it? You got to try and defend him head on and try and close him down early as possible.
Yes, well, Fernando himself is a wing three-quarter, so he should be well versed in the art of defending in sevens rugby. But I guess just the quality of Kavindu on that occasion was just too good for him. So another kick-off by Kandy. Randy Silva taking the ball into contact. Recycled position well, but Kandy seemed to have the numbers. Trying to create something, but Kandy's defensive line standing firm. Another good tackle.
There was no through.
So it's penalized for a deliberate knock-on, I believe.
I guess it was an earlier opportunity when Nigel tried to intercept that ball, and like the referee mentioned, there was no intent to try and intercept it. Not a yellow card because it wasn't cynical. Now Hapaguda trying to create something, gives it out to Amar Singha. Kandy's defensive line has been impressive. They know exactly where to be, and when they want to converge around a ball carrier in that umbrella shape, it looks beautiful from where we are sitting. No panic in Kandy's defense. They know exactly what they're doing. Here's Amar Singh, a beautiful offload, but to a Kandy player. He won't be happy with that. Dhanush Kuranjan sees the space, goes through, have two men to beat. Looks for support, but the offload finds Havelock's Sandun Herat. Havis wishing for the ball to find one of their players, throwing it around. Kandy now with the ball.
No advantage.
It seems like they've lost it forward. Havish?
This is very evident, the Kandy defensive line. There's all the experience that's coming into it. At any situation, they just don't seem to be stretched. They just don't panic. They realign. They've got very good communication amongst themselves. And that's just the sign of a very experienced, well-drilled team. Whenever Havelocks do have the ball, the Kandy defense just never seems to be under any threat.
Absolutely, Abdullah. And you can subscribe to our channel on www.youtube.com/ThePapare official. Over 50,000 hours of terrific footage just for you. Go subscribe and not miss a thing when it comes to sports in Sri Lanka. Currently, our man in charge of cricket, Damit Veerasinha, who's in England to cover the Cricket World Cup. He's sending us some brilliant footage from England. And back to race course. Here's Dhanush Ranjan trying to go through the middle. Presents the ball beautifully to his backs. And look at this, Kavinda Pereira replaced by Anuruddha Wilbur. 1-to-1 replacement, isn't it? And only Kandy has this kind of luxury in Sri Lankan club rugby.
That's right, real quality once again. You have to feel sorry for Fernando as well, isn't it? Probably would have breathed a sigh of relief thinking Kavindu is off, but then when he sees the next man coming in, you can see hands on hips, wondering what have I done to face this kind of relentless onslaught. But again, just shows the depth that this Kandy squad have in all aspects. The amount of quality they managed to bring off the bench is just fantastic to see. And Tilina Veerasinha with another conversion. Just goes astray, but Kandy comfortably sitting at 29 points to nil. It's another player who's very underrated. Tilina Veerasinha is the Tilina Vijayasinghe rather. Does a lot on the field in Sevens rugby. As we have a look, Vilvara just turning on the gas and just having a player of that quality is just any coach's dream, isn't it?
Absolutely, he is still Vijay a beautiful restart just inside the 10-meter line. Just when Abdullah said he's very underrated, I totally agree with you. Even in the 15th game, Tilna does so much, but because of the quality that Kandy possesses in that back line, it tends to go a little unnoticed. But I think it's fair to say he is the leading fullback Sri Lanka has at the moment.
Yes, a very all-round fullback. Got a wonderful running game, reads the plays very well, and of course has got a wonderful boot as well. So Havelock, Kandy penalized rather for not illegal scrummaging. It's another opportunity for them to try and make some inroads into this Kandy defense. Recycle position, the ball goes out wide. Randy Silva just trying to create something. Manages to draw a couple of players in. Hapagoda trying to use his footwork and then show some wonderful quality to go over for Havelock's first try. Have to question why he wasn't on the field much earlier as well. He's been brought onto the bench. But it's very much a consolation try for Havelock Sports Club. It's just 5 points on the stroke of full time. So Kandy Sports Club will comfortably make it to the final.
10 seconds. 10 seconds. Game 10 seconds or 10 seconds?
Beautiful stuff by Mithun Hapagoda, who we know as one of the most dangerous halfbacks in the club rugby circuit. This will be the last kick of the game. Referee Jamaldeen, take a look at that beautiful stuff. Pierces through Kandy. I think in Kandy's defense, they would have figured that it was close to full time and might have just relaxed. 5 points to 29. No harm done, as they will reach the big dance or the final very comfortably with that kick going out of the field. Brilliant stuff by Kandy Sports Club. Very, very organized and had no problem, especially when it comes to the defensive aspect. And full-time score, 5 points to 29 in favor of Kandy.
Yes, comfortable winner.